The Christos pregame coaches report as Marist gets ready to take on Iona at the Heinz Center in New Rochelle tonight. Second game of the year between the Foxes and the Gales alongside the Marist head coach Giorgis. My name is Geoff Brault and you're listening to the Christos pregame coaches report brought to you as always by Christos Restaurant. Located next to the McCann Golf Course in Poughkeepsie, Christos is your home for fine dining. And catering coach teams coming off an electrifying come-from-behind win against Fairfield. Took an 8-point halftime deficit, turned it into a 2-point victory. Coryell Yard with a layup under a minute to get the team ahead for good. It was the kind of win that any team, but especially one with championship aspirations, can take a lot out of.
Yeah, I thought we did. One of the things that it showed was our versatility with our lineups. You insert Kelsey Bain and did a great job, made us much more mobile, yet we still didn't lose length. And she just did a tremendous job at both ends of the floor, hit a big three for us, did some nice things defensively. And, we were able to take away some of the things that they like to do, in the second half. They only scored 22 points in the second half. And I thought a lot of it was because of the insertion of Kelsey. So that's one thing you take away, and it did show the kids that they can come back, and you don't have to panic and try to do it all at once. Fairfield is as difficult a matchup as we have, and every game we seem to play against them is tough, and that's the way it's going to be from here on out. It doesn't get any easier with Iona coming up, so we just take it. We talked about it, we learned from it, and we've had a pretty decent week of practice.
You talk about Kelsey Bain, and she did what she did, career high 22 minutes, 20 coming in the second half, and really her first extended minutes in a crunch time pressure type of situation. As a coach, when a player in their first taste of that atmosphere, that pressure, gives you the performance that she gave you, what does that do in your mind for your rotation and her role with the team going forward?
Well, especially with the injury to Emma O'Connor, and it looks like Emma could be out for a bit, we're going to need Kelsey, and we're going to need quality minutes from her. So it was nice to see that she could step up and meet the challenge. And she's the type of kid, if she doesn't play a lot of minutes in a game, she goes and works out on her own. So, that was just a walk in the park for her, playing the whole 20 minutes. I asked her, are you tired? Do you need something? She said, no, I'm fine. So
I want to touch on the effort of Coryell Yard, 18 points, including the big bucket. It seemed like whenever the team needed a big shot, it came from Coryell. Talk to me about her performance in the game and how important it was.
Well, it was important. I actually liked more the defensive job that she did during the game. Usually sometimes, Elise is the best defensive guard in the league, and Erica's right there with her. Sometimes you worry if Coryell's doing the right thing, and she had a great job, today. She did a nice job on Pina, who really only scored in transition for the most part. And, we had to take her out a little bit in the second half because she tried to do a little too much and, needed to collect herself. And Leanne did a nice job, got an assist in those few minutes. And it did. It calmed down Coryell, and she stayed within herself and made some nice plays, especially the two big drives at the end.
The Fairfield victory and really the three last week led to top 25 rankings. Marist number 25 in the AP poll, number 24 in the ESPN USA Today Coaches Poll, first national ranking for the team this season. The honor is, I know, a nice one. You get all the national recognition that comes with it. Tell me about the team's reaction to finding themselves in the top 25.
There really wasn't much reaction. It's the same as everybody else. It's really nice. It's nice that people recognize you. We like it really more for our fans in the community because, they get to, stick out their chest a bit and say, look what we've done. But we know all it does, is two things. It, is one, it just gives more motivation to the teams in our conference. They wanted to beat us badly, and now they have a chance not only beat the team that hasn't lost in the conference, but they have a chance to beat them, a top 25 team as well. So, we're ready for that, and we're, looking forward to meeting the challenge.
First team to get a crack at it is the Iona Gales under head coach Tony Bozzella, who's still in 9 years searching for his first win against Marist. 23-0 is the streak. The Gales have adapted as of late to playing without their starting point guard Susie Fregosi. How do you think they're going to match up differently in this game than perhaps they did in the team's first meeting?
Oh, I think it'll be much different and much closer. Just like last year, I think we beat them pretty badly last year at our place, and we were very fortunate to win at their place. They're really a couple calls away from being on a 6-game winning streak. They lost 2 absolute heartbreakers. So, Tony's got an awful lot of ammunition for his pregame speech. I wish I could be a fly on the wall to hear it because he's got so many things he could use in it. They'll be ready, with national TV and that type as well. I think his biggest worry is getting them too pumped up because they'll be pumped and ready to play.
Iona, a team that throughout the past couple of years really used a lot of pressure. And then in the game against Marist, they didn't press as much as we've seen in the past, but I know Coach Pizzella has gone back to that a little more. Do you expect more pressure, more up-tempo from Iona in this game?
Well, I think they'll pressure. I'm not sure if it'll be full court and stuff. We're kind of hoping it is because we've had some success with it. We're coming off of playing, against a more deliberate type of style. So, whatever he throws at us, we're going to have to adapt to it. If we don't, we could go down. So, that's what they've had some success with. I'm not sure what he's going to do, but we've got our kids ready for all the things that he possibly can do, I think.
Got the game plan, got a top 25 ranking, got the win streak. Now just actually have to go out and win the game. Marist head coach Brian Giorgis, the man who's going to try and do that. Thanks for the time.
Thank you, Jeff.
We've got more to come after this. We got Julianne Viani up next, so stay tuned. You're listening to Marist Women's Basketball on GoRedFoxes.com.